Hey everyone, what's up? I hope you're doing good today. And in today's vid, I'm going to have a look at Zeus Nodes Finance, which is a new node project which has just launched on the Avalanche chain. And also just a reminder that I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So please just do your own research and only do what you think is best for you. I've also got something special for you in this video. I've made up a spreadsheet which sort of gives each project a risk factor. And it's something that I'm trying and I'm really interested to see what you think about it. So if you're interested in checking out that for Zeus Financial, then stick around, I'll show that at the end, or you can skip to that right now if you like. Here we are on the Zeus website and it says Zeus Nodes Finance is a yield farming protocol designed to help you optimize your holdings. They go through some of the things that they offer and they also tell you how to buy a node. So let's jump into that and then we'll jump into how it all works. To buy a node, you need 10 Zeus tokens and Zeus nodes pay out 0.5 tokens per day. We are on CoinGecko and you can see that 10 tokens cost $161 for you to get a Zeus node. And they pay out $8 per day. So right now with Zeus nodes, you can expect to make about 240 bucks a month. And if you're getting 0.5 Zeus per day, that is a return of investment if the price stays the same of 20 days. So that's actually quite good for node projects in general. Most node projects, the minimum return of investment is 30 days. Two of the main things I ask myself when I look at node projects are how are you sustainable and what makes you different from all the other projects out there. So I was really pleased to see that in the white paper they have a section called Why the Zeus Node Protocol is Different. When I read through it, I was a little bit disappointed that there's nothing really new here. A lot of other node projects talk about taking note of bullish and bear in markets to make the most of it. And also the fact that it's a struggle to interact with complicated websites and, DeFi and crypto as a whole is generally a little bit complicated. And if you use Zeus, it's going to make it easier. Pretty much all node projects promote that. Now, having said all that there's nothing really new in any of this stuff isn't necessarily a bad thing because a lot of the other projects are actually enjoying a lot of success right now. Even though the crypto market isn't exactly doing amazing right now, a lot of the node projects within it are actually doing okay. And Zeus are doing a lot of other things that these projects are doing. So for me, that actually comes across as a good thing because it's almost something that has been tried and tested. And a big part of their sort of input, their treasury is going to be from mining. They do plan to get validator nodes as well, and they plan to make money by mining to get a share of the transaction fees. And they also talk about providing liquidity for liquidity pools, and I actually think this is a really good idea and it is really unique. Why this is so good is because you can compare it to the gold rush, where the people who consistently made money in the gold rush were the people who sold all the picks and the shovels. And in the DeFi space, the liquidity pools are essentially the picks and the shovels because people always want to buy and sell tokens. We've moved on to the all-important tokenomics now, and you can see that there's no buy tax or sell tax. I couldn't find anywhere in the white paper where it actually tells you the tokenomics of what happens to the tokens when a node is created. So you need 10 tokens to create a node. What happens to those 10 tokens? I've looked in the white paper, I've asked and looked in the Discord. It could be the same as other projects with regards to 60 to 80% goes to the rewards pool, 20% goes to the treasury, and 10 or 5% goes to the dev team. We're in the Discord now, the FAQ section. There is a claim tax. Again, it doesn't actually say where that claim tax goes. And a really good thing too is that the liquidity is locked, so the devs just can't run away with it all. Here's the link to show that 536 AVAX has been locked, and you can see here it's locked for another 170 days. And also, yes, they have a multi-sig between 2 team members and a trusted community member. I haven't found any more information about that, and there's no wallet address for me to be able to check that, but I guess we can just assume that that's coming later at some stage. And also, Zeus have been KYC'd by Assure DeFi. I went through and read every single announcement in the Discord since launching, and it is really, really amazing to see the amount of work that they've put into keeping the community up to date, telling them what's going right and what's going wrong. And they have also mentioned that the rewards are subject to change, and it's likely that they might actually change sometime in the future because that just happens with all node projects. So they're willing and they're already letting people know now that, hey, sometime in the future this might change. While there are still a lot of questions about this project, such as will they audit the contract? Are they going to do AMAs? Will they have a treasury? Are they going to let us know about all the different wallets? And I'm sure all these questions that I have are going to be answered in the future, because right now I'm pretty sure the main priority for the dev team is to just get the project up and running. And I think that that is okay as well, because most other node projects do that as well. And more people usually come on board because they can actually see that, hey, perhaps it is actually sustainable now. Let's have a look at the metrics sheet, which I've done, and I'm really curious to know your opinion about this. Before I explain this to you, I want to do a shout out to one viewer called Fredor3000, who actually wrote a comment and said, hey Dan, why don't you do some kind of metric sheet where you can sort of rate projects in terms of audit and KYC and anti-rug and sustainability and all that type of stuff? And I thought, hey, that's a really good idea. So this is the very first iteration of that. With each project, it's just my opinion of I'd like to give them a risk-fi score. So are they, a really risky project or a really sort of safe project? And bear in mind that this does take into account that all crypto is risky. So I've got a load of metrics, which I'll show you in a minute, and I give them a score from 1 to 10. 1 is good, 10 is bad. So 1 is it's solid and safe, you need this in your bags. 5 is it looks fine but has some unanswered questions. And 10 is buy a ledger and a new computer before you go near this thing. And here are the metrics that I have thought that might be useful to know about projects. Does the team have a KYC or docs? They have a KYC or no docs. Sustainability. I couldn't find anything about the tokenomics. There's nothing about the treasury. So honestly, I don't know about the sustainability right now. Anti-rug mechanism. They do have locked liquidity and they do have a multi-signature wallet, but you're unable to verify that multi-signature wallet. In terms of audit, they say they will do an audit, and I'm pretty sure they will do after launch, but at the moment, there's no audit, so in terms of that, it is pretty risky. Are they active on socials? Yeah, they are. They're really, really transparent. Innovation, how different are they? They are a little bit different in the fact that they are going to be doing liquidity pool farming, I'm pretty sure. Has it proven its quality yet? In other words, how long has it actually been out? This thing's only 2 weeks old. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but look, I mean, if you compare it to something like Strong, which has been around for 2 years and more, that has proven its quality. This hasn't proven its quality yet, so in terms of that, it is a little bit riskier. So what I do is I add all this up, I divide it by 7, and so Zeus Nodes Finance gets a risk-fi score of 5.5, so it looks okay, but it does have a lot of unanswered questions. My friends, tell me if you like this idea or not, if you think it should be scrapped, if there's any ways to improve it. I am completely open to constructive criticism about this. Write any of your suggestions in the comments, and I promise I read every comment and I'll take them on board. And also, what do you think of Zeus Nodes? Are you invested in it already? Do you think you will? Do you think this is one you're just going to sort of step away from for a little bit and wait to see what happens? Would love to know what you think about that too. So leave a comment about that. And until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.